Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to lesson number 10 of Mukhtasar al-Qudoori. Right, so let's explain the words. Ma'ani, this came before. We said it was the plural of ma'ana, which meant matters. Mujibatu, okay, mujiba, it means it's ismul fa'il, something which necessitates, okay, something which makes obligatory. So it's something that which necessitates or makes obligatory. Al-mujibatu ismul fa'il. Lil ghusl, okay, this is ghusl. We said previously as well that ghusl with a dhamma, it means to bathe. Okay, inzal, this is masdar from anzala yunzilu, which means to come down, basically. Okay, come down, descend. But here it refers to exiting. Okay, exiting, to exit. Inzal. Al-mani, mani means semen. Okay, semen. Ala means upon. Wajhi, wajh normally means face, but here it refers to by way. Okay, by way, by means. Dafaq, it means force. Shahwa, it means passion, desire. Rajul, it means a man. Mar'a means a woman. Okay, iltiqa, it's from iltaqa yaltaqi, it's the masdar, which means to meet or to come together. Khitanain, this is a dual of khitan, okay, which means circumcise. Circumcised, let me just fix this. So circumcised, circumcised part, okay, which refers to the genitals. Genitals. Firstly, the genitalia, the genitals, two genitals. Min ghayri inzal, without inzal, without. Here inzal also came before, to come out, exiting. It refers to ejaculation. Wal hayd, it's menstruation. And finally, nifas means postnatal bleeding. Okay, this is the bleeding that occurs after a child is born. So this is basically the meaning, the explanation of the words themselves. Inshallah, now we'll look at the grammar. Okay, so we did this before. Al-ma'ani al-mujiba tu, but we did over there al-ma'ani al-naqidatu. So al-ma'ani, this is the mawsuf, okay, and mujibatu is the adjective or the sifa, and that's why it carries the dhamma, because it continues from there. Now you can't see the dhamma over here, right, because this is a word where the last vowel doesn't really appear. So lil ghusl lam harful jar, it's going to give a kasra to the ghusl, and then all that becomes the mubtada. Inzal, this is mudaf. Al-mani, okay, this is mudaf ilay. Al-mani, okay, inzal al-mani, kasra there. Ala harful jar, it's going to give a kasra, one kasra, because this is a mudaf as well. And dafqi is a mudaf ilayhi, so therefore it takes kasra. Waw is ataf, so waw, this is ataf, and this ataf goes all the way back to over here, right? So ash-shahwa, this is the mubtada. Also, yep, the continuation of the khabar, sorry. Min, okay, this is harf al-jar, gives a kasra to the rajul. Wal mar'a, this is harf al-ataf, and this ataf it actually goes to rajul, so that's why the kasra follows on and we give it to the mar'a as well. وَالشَّهْوَةُ مِنَ الرَّجُلِ وَالْمَرْأَةِ, and then waw again, the ataf, this ataf, right, goes again, joins there and goes all the way back to there. So we have iltiqa'u, this is the mudaf, it has a single vowel. Al-khitanain, okay, this is mudaf ilay. Now khitanain is because it's a dual in the state of jar, majroor state, it's khitanain, not khitanan. Okay, min harf al-jar, ghayri, this is mudaf, and inzal is mudaf ilay, that's why it has a kasra, min ghayr inzali. Wal haydu, okay, the ataf over here for the waw and for this waw, both of them go back to here, right? So we have al-haydu wa nifasu. Right, so let's look at the whole thing again then. So then what we have is, this is the mubtada, okay, al-ma'ani al-mujibatu lil-ghusli is the mubtada, and the khabar is actually all of this, the atafs all put together, all become the khabar. In other words, those ma'as that necessitate ghusl, what are they? And here it mentions those ma'as. This is all of that would be the khabar. Right, now let's look at the lessons that we learn from this text. Okay, so al-ma'ani al-mujibatu lil-ghusli. So here what Imam Qudoori rahimahullah wants to mention is those ma'as that necessitate ghusl. What are the issues that when they occur a person must perform ghusl? What are they? So here he mentions several of these, so I'll break it down so it's easier to be able to work with. So this is one, and then you have iltiqa al-khitanain is 2, and then you have al-hayd is 3, and finally you have al-nifas 4. So you have 4 issues that are mentioned here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 things that necessitate ghusl. So what are these 4 according to the Hanafis? Number 1, inzalul mani ala wajh ad-dafq, the exiting of semen ala wajh ad-dafq, by means of force and passion. By means of force and passion, what this basically refers to is what we consider an ejaculation. Okay, ejaculation, when a person has an ejaculation, or generally, okay, an orgasm. Okay, if a person has an orgasm, then this orgasm is something which necessitates ghusl, whether it happens from a man or whether it happens from a woman. Now a man usually has ejaculation, and then semen is a product of that, or result of that. A woman doesn't necessarily have any fluid that comes out of her, so for her it would be considered an orgasm itself. The orgasm would be something that necessitates the ghusl. Right, so that's basically what they refer to. Number 2 is iltiqa al-khitanain. Iltiqa al-khitanain, what this means is the meeting of the two circumcised parts. Now what this means is the head of the penis itself. So the head of the penis, okay, this, if it's entered into the vagina, then the head, merely the entering of the head of the penis into the vagina, whether ejaculation happens or does not happen, that's why it says ejaculation is not necessary, min ghayri inzal, without ejaculation, just the mere entering of the penis head into the vagina necessitates ghusl, necessitates bathing. And the word iltiqa here doesn't just mean meeting as in rubbing one against the other, rather it means entering. Okay, this is a word expressed for entering of the penis into the vagina. Now the male penis is usually circumcised. Okay, this is circumcised. The women's circumcision isn't something which is considered to be a sunnah act according to the Hanafis, or something which is preferred according to the Hanafis. This is something which is permissible but the Arabs usually refer to both genitals as the circumcised parts, and this is because the Arabs sometimes, when they have pairs, then they refer to the pairs by one of the names. So for example, the moon and the sun, they call them the Qamarain. Okay, the Qamarain. And Umar and Abu Bakr are the famous Sahaba, are known as Umarain. And water and dates are referred to as Aswadain, the two black substances, right, referring to one of them. So similarly over here, the two circumcised parts refers to the penis entering into the vagina. Right, next, al-hayd. Okay, this is a woman's period that we call it period or menstruation. Once the period ends, then the woman must perform ghusl. I'm not going to talk about hayd much in detail over here because there's a whole chapter with regards to hayd and postnatal bleeding, so I'll leave that over there. Postnatal bleeding is basically after a woman has given birth to a child. Usually she has blood coming out from her vagina, and this can last for days or even weeks. So therefore this is also something which necessitates ghusl after the bleeding ends, and this is, like I said, something that will be mentioned later on in Qudoori. So let me just summarize that. Those matters that necessitate ghusl are for ejaculation by a man or a woman, or the entering of the penis head into the vagina without any ejaculation, menstruation, and postnatal bleeding. Hope that makes sense. Jazakumullah khair.